Hi, everyone. I'm very excited today to go live in this Go Live 10-day challenge. This is the first time that I'm going live. And let me introduce myself to those who don't know me. My name is Michelle Guelfand. I'm the founder and CEO of My Desired Outcome Academy, and I help individuals and groups to reach their desired outcome through holistic coaching, workshops, and lectures. And today with this video, I'd like to inspire you to trust yourself. And I would like to share with you a story. So today is exactly 1 week to the passing of my grandmother, Ella. And I would like to share with her, to dedicate this video to her and share with you her story in the intent to inspire you. So let me tell you a little bit about my grandma Ella. So she was born in Poland in 1917 at the end of World War I. Being the youngest of 6 brothers and sisters, her parents did not have the money to keep sending her to school. So she started financing herself by giving private lessons in Polish and paid for bookkeeping studies. At the age of 22, in 1939, World War II began. As the German Nazis occupied Poland, she fled to Russia. Think about it. Ella, a young Jewish lady during World War II, taking a courageous step, a courageous decision to leave her family and everything that's familiar to her to the unknown. Because the destiny in staying in place would very likely mean a death sentence to her. She escapes to another country with no language and no one she knows. Failing is not an option to her. She knows she can only trust herself. Following a random chat with a woman in the street, she is encouraged to go for a job interview as a bookkeeper. The manager asks her if she knows Russian. She didn't know Russian at the time. What would you do if someone asks you if you know something and you didn't? So she says, no, but I know numbers. Start working tomorrow, he told her. So Ella now is the bookkeeper of this coal mine business. Once a month, she walks over 6 miles to the bank, collecting salaries for workers, sometimes in the cold of winter. No one knows she's Jewish. She's the only one, and they trust her. In a night school for Russian, she meets my grandpa, Isaac, a young Polish Jew who also fled to Russia. When my mom was 3 months old, my grandpa is called to serve the Polish army in Russia. Ella is left with a baby for another year and a half without much knowing of his destiny. And so as the Nazis keep coming closer and closer, the workers and my grandma keep moving north. When the war is over in 1945, my grandparents returned to Poland, only to realize my grandma's 2 older sisters, who remained in Poland with their families, as well as her father, who did not flee, were murdered by the Nazis. The Polish government denied their Polish citizenship, and their apartment was taken by the Polish authorities. Along with my grandparents' families, over 6 million Jews were murdered during the Holocaust in European countries, over 60% of their population pre-war. They continued their journey as refugees, going through Austria, France, and landed in Argentina for a year. When my mom was 5 years old, they sailed for 2 months to their last destination and arrived safely in the newly established state of Israel. Here, she will cope with more challenges. And while my grandma couldn't control life events, she took proactive steps to control her life as much as she could. She quickly adapted to uncertainties in life and studied the local languages wherever she went. She was a hard worker, independent woman with integrity and perseverance. She trusted herself to cope with whatever cards she was dealt with. My grandma died at almost 103 years old. getting excited, in good health, while sitting on her couch watching TV. She was survived by 2 daughters, 6 grandchildren, and 10 great-grandchildren. So today, we may be living in a different era, but in our life's journey, each one of us will face many unknowns and uncertainties, many of which we cannot control. But if you find yourself telling yourself, I can't do it, or I can't deal with it, think of people like my grandma and know that you're stronger than you think you are. Trust yourself to cope with whatever life challenges you're facing, whether at work, in your family, with your health. Tell yourself to stop that inner voice and replace it with an empowering statement. I trust myself to cope with life. I trust myself. I can do it. I will do it. So I hope this story about my grandma inspired you, and I'm looking forward to hearing your inspiring stories. And I also wrote about it in my blog, so you can go to my website at mydesiredoutcome.com and read about it. And I'll see you tomorrow. So bye for now.